them come. This is their fate.
All right. Welcome back to the House of Wolves podcast. I am your host, Deontay. Here are my near and dear friends, Jalen and Josh. We got some topics to talk about in regards to gaming. We got the Game Awards, mostly because it was jam-packed with a lot of stuff. Had some interesting winners for the Game Awards, and we're going to talk about it all because that is what we're going to do on this one. It's just simply recapping Game Awards. Might sprinkle a few extra things here and there, but mostly all the information for this week was jam-packed into the Game Awards anyway. So before we get started, as usual, Jalen, Josh, tell the people what you've been up to, what you've been playing recently, anything that they should be they should know about or be playing. I know we already kind of got the Overwatch Sonic Frontier stuff. So anything recent y'all been playing?
Yeah. New season of Overwatch. Got to try it out with y'all a little bit, and I'm liking it so far. It's of course still has like problems. Like the battle pass is okay at best. Might skip it for some people. And then the new Fortnite update, that's been a lot of fun for me. I've been playing it a lot. Looks great, runs great. There was something else I played. What was it? I think it was probably Dragon's Dogma. Like I own like 5 copies of that game, but I just started it on PC, and it's still fun, even though it's really old. But Capcom already said they're gonna bring it back, so hopefully they come out with the sequel soon, so I ain't gotta keep playing Dragon's Dogma 1. But that's about it. I ain't played nothing else new. What about you, Jalen?
Shoot, where do I start, man? I've just been playing so many video games, I can hardly contain myself. Not just, yeah, no, that's bad.
Nice games.
Not like Deontay. I feel like games, not just playing, but no, like Deontay said, I mean, Sonic Frontiers and Overwatch for real. I think them like the only games I've been playing. And then I've been playing that hack Pokemon game. What is it, like Pokemon Adventure Red? I've been playing a little bit of that here and there on my Steam Deck or whatever. So it's interesting, a different take on it. But I kind of mentioned that I was playing that before, so ain't really nothing new that I've been playing aside from those couple of games. So.
Yeah, man, got Tweety Bird in the back.
How many shiny Pokemon you got?
How many Pokemon you got out right now?
Man, I ain't got none, bro. Not for real, for real. I got like 6 of
them. Okay. Well, I ain't been doing much. Same old. Finished up Callisto Protocol, and it was a good god doggone game. I'm pretty sure I talked about that already. Did I talk about it being a good god doggone game?
I think you gave your impressions last time, but you didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it yet. Yeah, you're right. So I could give you guys an update real quick. Callisto Protocol is a good god doggone game. If you're interested in playing in a survival horror, it is harder, but it is a good game. A lot of flack is coming from people just not used to being put in punishing situations. I mean, in all fairness, sometimes it isn't fair, but most of the time, if you're just thinking about how you're going to approach a scenario, you'll be fine. Maybe they don't like that you have to play a certain way. There's not much variety in having the ability to utilize all your tools. I don't know if that's what kind of makes people upset, or the amount of people that are on screen and your inability to truly have a 1v1 fight, because sometimes they do gang up on you. It could be just frustrating that they're dying a lot, but whatever the case may be, it's still a good game in my eyes. I really enjoyed it. I played on the hardest difficulty, just to see if it was going to make me upset. It did not. And it was fun the whole way through. I mean, it was not much story, but I still enjoyed what they were talking about, and I understood what we were trying to get to. But at the end of the day, it's a game about horror, and you're trying to survive in a an environment that's not really made for you to succeed. I mean, that's all you really need to know. But it feels like a lot of people were just upset and angry about too many different little small things, and it kind of accumulated to a bunch of big things. But honestly, I liked it. So I played it, I beat it, and I returned it. DLC is too much. $30 for a season pass for stuff that should be in the game. I don't appreciate that. So I'm not going to play the DLC unless I get the Game of the Year edition or some type of edition where it comes included, and I'll play it at a later point. But to hide more story behind DLC is not cool with me. So I ain't gonna hold on.
I'll let you know how it is once I beat it. Because I told y'all, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but since I'm in Japan, the game is banned in Japan because of the gore.
Right.
So I had to pre-order it before it came out. But because of the exchange rate with the currency when it came out, the Ultimate Edition was $60 for me. So I just ended up getting that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it is. I mean, you know, it's come out, but if you don't play the DLC, I'll let you know.
Yeah, cool. Because I mean, that was my hope was just to wait and save, and then save a little money on the back end there and buy it both back again with the DLC. So we'll see. I've been playing a lot, and I mean a lot of Need for Speed Unbound. I just went and caught the full edition at GameStop because it's on sale for $39.99. So if you it's $44.99 at GameStop, but I got GameStop credit, so I'm not gonna go buy it at Target to save a little money. But Target got it for $39.99, and if you got the 5% discount, even better. Not paying much in taxes. But yeah, Need for Speed Unbound was I'm gonna just try it because it's a game trial. I took all the time on my game trial, so I had to decide whether or not I was going to continue or just wait. And I decided to buy, and luckily it was on a sale, not $70, because I don't think any game worth $70 now. But I mean, I couldn't justify spending $60 at times, but right now I'm never going to justify spending $70. So luckily it went on sale to $44.99, and I was able to purchase it with like I said, the GameStop credit I got from Callisto. And I haven't picked it up yet, but I like the game a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Need for Speeds in a very long time. It's challenging. It has like a very risk reward type of appeal to it. You can stay out all night and do stupid stuff, but the cops gonna be on you, and if you get busted, you lose all your money. So it's like a risk reward, Dark Souls type situation. And I enjoy the whole aspect of that. You have days and a night cycle where there's certain activities in the morning, certain activities you can do at night. Customization of the whips or the cars. I said whips. But customization of the cars is cool.
Rocky influencing.
That's the ASAP Rocky coming out of me. Hey, you whipping it like you stole it. I said, ASAP, shut up, boy. I was like, but he
What's ASAP again?
ASAP Nasty, man. You mean Rihanna boyfriend?
Oh yeah, the baby daddy. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, the baby daddy. No, do that.
Yeah, I don't know ASAP Rocky.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, dog. We gotta put a little respect on ASAP name. ASAP, he made some slaps. He got the fashion thing going. He went to jail. Just leave
he was
him
mad
alone.
that he was in the game.
Am I mad he's in the game? No, I'm not mad. I said it's hating if I'm hating on him being in the game. It's hate. That's hate. I'm just saying I prefer not to. It's no point You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh, here we go." And then they had him doing some stuff, and he said, "Put it like this." I came in second place. He said, "Put it like this. I'd rather put my money on my mom's or something like that." I said, "Man, shut up."
Corny, man. That's your boy.
But yeah, but yeah, I was like, bro, I don't know why he's in the game, but he's in it. So, but the game's still fun, ASAP or not, and I enjoy it. So, I think it's definitely worth your time if you like Need for Speed. I'm enjoying it more than I liked Horizon because of the whole risk reward type situation. The cops. Horizon really is like just fun to be around, play around in, and you get an abundance of money. Need for Speed, you really have to think about what you want to upgrade for a little bit until you get your cars and your collection up. But right now, every little upgrade I do, I'm like, bro, if I get into the A class, I'm going to be the lowest of the A class. And I got to stick to the B class when fight or the races so I can still be up there. But if I do this, I get to get a higher speed, blah, 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 nitrous. And they got like little extra boosters that you can do, like make your car stronger because you can do takedowns. Like, I like this arcade version a lot. But it went back to Criterion, so I would expect that. But but yeah, I like this one a lot more than I have liked any of the previous Need for Speed entries. And, you know, it says it just came out, so I just listen to it while I play. But yeah, I gotta go get the full version now because I have my free trial. It's up. That's cool that you can do that. If you got Game Pass Ultimate, you can actually try Need for Speed Unbound for free. You don't have to pay for it. You get 10 hours. So just so you guys are aware. So that's the Need for Speed Unbound update. Other than that, I mean, you know, we play Overwatch, and we could probably just jump into some of the other stuff that we play and kind of get out the intro. Hands on with Fortnite. So we talked about Lumen and all the nanite stuff that they were doing, and then we kind of played it. And at least one of my favorite things they have added to Fortnite is the ability to aim down sights. So every time I play the game, I'm looking for the red eye assault rifle or that tactical one Josh showed me, which is really nice. But it's a perk. Am I correct in stating that, Josh? It's a perk, not
Yeah,
an
that one's a
actual
perk.
drop weapon.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of the updates and everything, to me, I don't know if J-Link would agree. It feels more grounded. What you think, Jalen? Like the characters feel more or less floaty, like above the world, and feel like they're more embodied in the world. And it could be lighting, it could be effects, it could be just overall baked in. It can really just be the transformation of the lighting. But to me, when I play it now, I feel more grounded in the world. Animations don't suck as much, even though they didn't change anything. I think the lighting helped make the game feel less. I don't know. Like you're just walking on top of the world. It's hard to explain, but it was like a very much so aesthetic, unappeasing thing to me, and I don't. Now that they have that and they have global illumination and the world seems to be less, oh, let me just plop a house right here. It feel like it's embedded in the world because of how it's lighted. It makes it feel more of like a grounded, to me in regards to animations, what I'm doing. And I don't know, it helped. What would you say about it, Jalen? Because I know you're the only one that really understands what I'm talking about a little bit, maybe not. But what you thinking
Yeah,
about Fortnite?
I don't know exactly what you mean as far as the like the floatiness, how the illumination, everything, like the global illumination help. But um, I don't know. Like I feel like I didn't play Fortnite that much to really know. kind of feel bad because I complained about some of the same things that you complained about, but I can't really like put my finger on it. So, I mean, I think overall right now the game is a little bit better. I know Josh been playing it. I know people like, it's a kid game, all this type of stuff or whatever, but I don't feel like the game was that bad. I'm not saying that like, man, Fortnite kind of hard, bro. Like, but I have a different respect for it, and I didn't get as sleepy as fast. Or I ain't even gonna say I got sleepy. I enjoy playing it. I ain't even gonna cap. Like I enjoy playing it. It wasn't like it's my favorite game or anything like that, but I definitely enjoy playing it. I was like, all right, I'll play it again. I ain't gonna invest in no skins because they ain't got Goku in there no more. But you know how that go. But no, the game a lot better. I feel like the gunplay still kind of weird or whatever. But I mean, it's a decent game for what it is. Man. The game ain't horrible, and I know a lot of people give it a lot of flack. I know Deontay ain't ready for his kids to grow up and start playing Fortnite instead of Apex, but I mean that's what it's gonna be because the game ain't that bad. So,
yeah. Graphically, like this update was like the biggest thing, but they've been trying to implement more gameplay stuff over time. They pretty much update the game weekly, like they'll drop new weapons or they rotate stuff out. But at least every season they add some sort of like new mechanics and stuff. So over time, like it started to feel a lot better. Because the main thing is like we played Fortnite when it came out, it was okay. But other games like Apex came out and they were more polished because I would say Fortnite was a second thought for them because everybody forgets like they came out with a horde mode and it wasn't popular, and so they took time to like pivot and like let's take what we got, throw it together into something else and see if people like it. And that took off, but it was not designed for what that type of game was. So, graphically, everything like fit. How to put it? They made it work because they made the engine. But like the characters were not designed to be in like these big areas. The buildings were not designed to be, in a level with 100 people at the same time and stuff. So, and them actually going through updating everything and making it be built from the ground up for Save the World. I mean, not Save the World, for the Battle Royale mode makes everything feel better. So eventually, maybe, they redo like animations and stuff like that. But I think that kind of is what Deontay was kind of hinting at or leading towards, where everything, at least with the new graphics update, it feels more cohesive with like its art style, with like all the stuff that you're doing in the game.
Right.
Which is good.
Like a bunch of random, stuff splashed together. The global illumination brings all the color hues and everything together. It makes it feel like an actual cohesive world, even when you're going in different environments, versus how it just felt like they just smacked something together and it kind of felt like it was a building block versus an actual well thought out world. Like,
yeah, especially the map.
Yeah, I can see that.
Area used to feel like just like you said, different Lego pieces, whatever, put in to fit together. But now it feels like they designed the whole map at the same time, and these are all connected areas. Even though this is an ice area, this is a forest, whatever, they feel like the same quality and cohesiveness. It's like this is all the same game.
Yeah. So it's helping me overcome that lack of cohesion that I always thought they had. It's just showing me that it probably was cohesive and that I was just harshly judging, but this does significantly help in that regards. But obviously I still don't like certain things that's in the game, but overall, because there's so much in it now, and I can aim down sights because I really hated having to use a sniper rifle just to aim down sights. I can enjoy it a little bit more. I still have to play it in my way. No building, playing it with the red eye. I don't enjoy not playing or using that. I like having a mobile type of move. But that's all stuff you kind of get used to and understand as you continue to play. I really like the objective thing where you can like sit on that thing and it drops actual decent loot. I don't have to feel like I have to run around and try to search a bunch of search boxes, because once you do one of those, they highlight everything in the area. So I feel like comfortable now. So I have a plan when it comes to Fortnite to try to get loot, try to gain, get high ground or whatever the case may be. I have a plan to do. Like if we drop somewhere, I'm looking for one of those. I'm looking for shields first. I'm looking for this, that, and the third. And it kind of helps me keep everything understandable. So remember, I don't even think y'all heard me when I said it, but I audibly said, I'm now starting to understand how this game works. And I'm understanding how the menus and everything is like some clicked. But if it wasn't for the update, I probably wouldn't have went back to it. I would probably did the same thing. So I'm appreciative that they actually continue to upgrade their game. Like that is what you're supposed to do. Even if I'm only playing it for a couple hours or a couple matches here and there, I can see the improvement and the care they put into trying to make sure this game has continued to be a huge success. So it wasn't many crashes, and we was playing on the first day. I was able to download it, get into some games. It wasn't like a really bad lag. It was only like hit us once throughout the time frame, and most of the time it was smooth sailing. And Fortnite is a huge game. Apex could never. It's going to crash. It's going to blow up. It's not going to work properly. You're probably going to be stuck in some weird loop, or you're going to get kicked to the to the menu. So there's an appreciation for that level of care. Just like Destiny, even though Destiny was a bad game at times, I kept playing it because simply I could get on it and it worked. Didn't have a problem with that. And that kept me around for a very long time. When it started getting dull, I was like, this game just works. It doesn't take much. I've never been booted from a Crucible game in that way. I mean, maybe raids and things like that, but Crucible, once I'm in, I'm usually in. There's no real change to that. And it felt good to play a game that was consistent. But everything else right now is just broken. So yeah, I appreciate Fortnite a little bit more in a different light. I don't like the microtransactions. I don't like that the kids, they are utilizing a lot of this stuff to, it's so much pop-ups. There's so many like ads. Hey, do you want to get the monthly subscription? Do you want? It's like I can tell how they get kids interested in what they do, and it's fine because you don't have to pay for it. But I don't like how it's targeted, because a lot of kids play it, and a lot of ads pop up, and a lot of this stuff makes you feel like you don't have nothing, and I don't like it. But I mean, I understand it, because to make a game like this and have it consistent, you have to make money somehow. It's not gambling. You can buy exactly what you want. I like that aspect of it. You don't need to gamble. No loot boxes. But it's still, a little disheartening a little bit, but it's not as bad as other practices.
Yeah, if you got little kids, keep them away from Fortnite. It's basically a toy store. And like I said, they update the shop daily. They add new characters every week. Yeah. They got all the popular characters, so it's never ending of like new toys for like your kids want to buy. So, I know you said you had some experience with that recently, but
my dad bought my brother a PS5, a new TV, a gaming chair. And as soon as he cut it on, I need some V-Bucks. He won't give me $8 for V-Bucks. I'm like, bro, he just bought you get out of my face. I was like, bro, he ain't getting you nothing. That's what I told him. I was like, what is wrong? Like, he just bought you all this stuff. Like,
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks, bro. V-Bucks. He said, he won't let me get any skins. He can't afford $8. Yeah. I said, that ain't gonna never end, right? So that's why I want to keep my kids away from Fortnite. Simply because I already know what it goes down. It's like, bro, like, it don't matter. Y'all can play that junk on the phone. They still gonna want them V-Bucks. So it's just annoying. But I mean, I understand it. If I'll limit their budget to $60 a year or something like that, it's still not as bad as them buying a bunch of new games. That's the only game they're gonna play anyway. I can limit it to that. I would say, I give you $60 a year or $74.99. It's like a new game every year, but I'm not buying you nothing else. That's not nothing more. That's what it is for that game specifically. It's like I literally have to put a limit on how much you can spend on a free game because you're gonna just continuously spend, and then look back and you spend like $500 on one game. So maybe emphasizing some rules around Fortnite and how you spend that money, and maybe even allowing some of those things to be put onto the developer to say to incentivize them to actually limit the amount that people can spend on the game in a certain period of time.
Yeah,
it helps.
they definitely need like.
Yeah,
I don't think they got parental controls, but they definitely need it. I know they just rolled out like child accounts recently, but yeah, just letting your kid have free access to this is not a good thing.
No, it's not, because they're gonna buy everything. So it's just which my dad does not do. He's the owner of the PlayStation account or whatever. He just plays on his account. He's too young anyway. It's just that's how it works. And if my dad adds his information or whatever, it could become a problem. But my dad, I think I told him to put locks and stuff like that on there so that it doesn't happen. But it's just one of those extra things that if you truly care to do, and like put some emphasis on that, because as long as it's manageable, it's fine, because at the end of the day, it's a free to play game. Maybe I don't see a problem paying that amount of money in a year because it's only one game. And if you buy 5 to 6 games a year, I mean, that's still their budget. But to try to be excessive with the amount of stuff you're buying and the amount of things you're getting on there, and it continuously continues, that's the problem for me there. And that's what I really want to, guard against. I don't mind them playing Fortnite though. But yeah. Outside of that, what else did we play? Overwatch 2. Jay, only want to kick it off? Man, tell us about your All-Star Ash and how she played against Samarada. You All-Star, man. That's what it is. All-Star.
Nah, bro. You be seeing my highlight clips where I'll be missing and not
nah. You up there, Jay. You up there. Every time I see you, come on.
Man, people always calling you out in the game. Like, man, this ain't competitive. Boy, chill.
Yeah, Ash different. So that's all he said.
But yeah, man. I don't know, but like you said, that like we had talked a little bit before. Like, I wouldn't anticipate this to happen, because I feel like they try to do a good job making the game balanced. But Ram Chat, I don't know. I keep saying
Ram. I was saying it wrong. I think it's Ram. Yeah, Ram Mantra.
Yeah, it's like Ram Atra. Because I kept saying Ram Yada, but
Zamrata.
That's Zenyatta big uncle. Big uncle.
Zamrata. That's big uncle. Zan. Hey yo, Zan. What you want, Zan? That's how I make it work.
I mean, he, like I said, or what we had talked about before, he a tank. He do a lot of different things or whatever. But Josh knows his ability pool a little bit better and what they do exactly. But as far as me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a bad Overwatch player. Like, I play with one person and one person only. I play that game strictly for Ash. If it ain't Ash, go home. Like, I ain't cutting the game on. You feel me? If Ash ain't in the game, or somebody take her, I'm leaving the game. So, but I didn't feel like what you said last night, Deontay. I ain't above quitting.
I ain't above quitting. They took Ann. I was like, they took Anna. I was like, bro, I said, get off Anna. I'm not above quitting. I'm not above
that Anna was going off. You ain't want to give him his credit, bro. He was
he was
going his face, man. I don't say that.
He was like, bro, he was coming through with the heels. I said, I don't care about none of that. You supposed to be on my side. You suck.
My bad, bro. You got to question my loyalty, but no, I don't feel like he changed too much. I see a lot of people been playing with him. Again, it's an online game, so we don't know how he's going to be in a competitive. So you kind of, generally when a character drop, you got to see where they at and if they meta, all this type of stuff. But from what I see, like, he don't got a lot of health. I think he got 450 health, and then he got a little bit of armor. If you know Overwatch, armor don't recover unless you heal. He got his little mode he can switch into. Um,
Mhm.
From my standpoint, I'm like, okay, he can get a little bit more annoying or whatever, but he kind of seemed more like a more so aggressive tank. He don't got a lot of defensive abilities and stuff, but I will say anytime I'm like trying to shoot at him or anything like that, it get a little annoying because when he put his shield out, his shield goes away, but his shield, I think it recovers all the way or whatever, but he only got a time limit he can keep his shield out. And again, Josh could speak a little bit more on that, but from my standpoint, them jokers be getting clapped, bro. Especially when I'm getting them headshots or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't feel like
they
he's super strong or breaking the game where I feel like I need to change. Like I seen more. Again, he's a new character. We don't know how annoying he can get or whatever, but I've seen way more annoying Sigmas and Doomfist. Like we had one last night with Doomfist that was clapping us last night. He was just meteor strike. Soon as we finna come, like, oh my god, and you ran, bro.
Yeah,
But
bro. He
yeah,
was so annoying. But yeah,
but you can talk
yeah,
on more.
when before he came out, we thought he was gonna be like change the game a lot because his abilities sound like he's a very aggressive tank and he's gonna push a lot. And his abilities, I guess, are that, but they're kind of I guess undertuned or underpowered. Because the week he came out, the impression online, like a lot of people had, especially like the meta people, is like he's trash because he, how put it, I would describe him as a timid tank. Like instead of like Orisa, who's always in your face, he has to be smart about stuff, and he like if he's gonna push, his healer has to be right behind him. Otherwise, he has no backup, and he's gonna
he
get
doesn't have any
ate up.
mobility or no
He
shields.
doesn't have any mobility. So if he does get in a pinch, he's kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
He does good damage, but not enough damage to like Doomfist, who can just kind of one shot you depending on who you are. So pretty much, if you're gonna see a good Ramrata, it's because he has a good team who's coordinated. He's got healers, he got people backing him up, and his super is the same thing. He doesn't have any like defensive abilities, and his super does like slow damage. So when I use it, like I have to use it smart. So I'm gonna run up in the middle of everybody, and I'm a block. Or why? Because it's gonna keep me alive longer. It's gonna keep draining them. They're gonna keep shooting me, and I know I got my healers to support me. So ideally, I can keep my super up for a whole minute because I'm playing smart. Whereas if I just do it by myself, I'm either gonna get killed or I'm gonna kill one tracer and then my super's gonna run out because ain't nobody else around me. So it's kind of iffy. I'm personally okay with him. I feel like he's very fun, and probably with like a buff or two here or there, he'll be in a really really good place. A lot of other people though just kind of, and I think that's the problem with Overwatch as well. It's like if he's not meta, if he's not the best, why use him when you can use somebody else who's better? Like you may be better off picking Doomfist or Reinhardt, and they gonna really change the tide of the game without any help. Because you pick Doomfist and be completely by yourself and wipe a whole team. Whereas like Ramprada, he's not going to do that right now. So
Yeah, I mean, same sentiment of Jalen. We kind of play with sniper characters. When I do play with like May or whatever, I still don't find like him to be that egregious. But we do play a lot of sniper characters. I play with Widowmaker. He plays with Ash. And surprisingly, that works a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's I feel like he's not as bad as a lot of the other tanks that I've come across. Even with a good Zamrata, he has the ability to wipe certain people, but it's not as if he's super mobile all over the place, doing the most, coming back and harassing people that sit back and harassing the people in the front lines. Like he's not that character. And I think he's suited for it with his, melee and ability to do long range damage. I just feel like his supporting abilities don't assist him well enough to be getting out of
Yeah.
jams and really harassing folks. So
He can't do it by himself.
no,
Like,
he can't. So he has to have his
what's his
team.
name? Sigma. Like, I can be on the point, like everybody die, and I'll hold the point by myself for a whole 30 seconds until y'all get back. But Ramrada, he can't do that.
No, he can't. He gonna get clapped. Even Orisa can do it at some points when she's like a really good one. And then so in Doomfist he can just get away and just like hold off and then come back. Sometimes he just can't. He get clapped, but if it's like some high ground or whatever, he could probably escape, depending on
And a lot of
who's
obstacles.
playing it. Yeah, depending
Like
on
that
who
one we
playing
was fighting
Doomfist.
on.
Yeah,
That one we was fighting on Route 66. I was like,
Yeah.
man, this level look, he kind of annoying, bro. At the end of the level, bro, he is.
Yeah.
Junie,
Everywhere.
meet you. I'm like, bro, where is this dude at, bro? Like,
Yeah, I could not find him.
head.
Could not find him. I was like, bro, we had to wait for him to come down. I was like, bro, he annoying. But yeah, I think that's the sentiment of a lot of people. But I still like Overwatch. I like some of the skins they had in the season pass. So I'm probably gonna buy it once I get up higher, or might buy it now so I can get to 20%. I think XP boost. But definitely not buying it for him. I don't really care to play with him. Not yet, but he will. He seems like he could get better over time. But he fall into the realm of Wrecking Ball and Junker Queen to me, where they are okay and you could be good with them, but they're not the strong ones. So
Yeah, he better than Jumper, but
yeah,
he down there with Hammond.
Yeah,
bro. Junker Queen. Never mind. I ain't even finna get into that. I smacked one Junker Queen so bad. I'm like, man, y'all need more power, bro.
yeah, bro. I thought she was.
Her abilities just don't make sense together, so they gonna have to do something.
They don't. But she got a cool skin. But nah, she don't. But outside of that, let's move into the Game Awards because it's going to be a heavy topic. And we're already 37 minutes in. Where we want to start, boys? Want to start with the awards, or want to start with the stuff that was announced? Where we like to start? Where we want to go? Where we want to go?
I guess go for the awards real quick because it's maybe the shortest because it's like a recap. Horizon Zero Awards.
Let's see. No, we finna test Jalen because he probably.
Man, they sent their game out to die. Putting out Horizon and God of War in the same year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was dumb of them, and I feel like Horizon is his second time this has happened. The first time they came out with the other God of War, right? Yeah, they came out with the other.
No, it came out with Zelda in 2017, and this year it came out the same month as Elden Ring, and then God of War came out the same year as well. So.
They just did not want that game to succeed, which is fine because I wanted the game. I wanted to play it. I loved the game. I didn't love it enough to beat God of War, nor did I love it enough to beat Elden Ring. But Horizon was like so close to Elden Ring, in my opinion. Like the level of quality and the level of detail and the funness of the game, they were right close to each other. It's just that I liked Elden Ring more because it was just more free and freedom, a lot of freedom to do what you want. And yeah, I grinded a lot in that game, but for some reason I just really enjoyed it still. I really enjoyed the grind. I really enjoyed playing it in the way I played it. But I wanted to put a spin on this. We're gonna test Jalen knowledge of these. Just the bigger ones, not everything. But the first one was the best esports event, 2022 League of Legends World Championship won that. I did not watch that tournament, so I couldn't even tell you about it. The best esports coach, Bazooka. Don't know who this is either. It really is sad because the best esports team, all these ones that were like being announced, Like they didn't have nobody faces or nothing. It's just like a list of people because I don't know these people. Maybe this is where you give them a little bit more recognition, but it really wasn't like that. Best esports team was Loud with Valorant. I don't know any other. I don't really much into the esports scene, but I know only people I know is FaZe, and that's more so because of controversy than anything. Best esports athlete was Ye. He plays Valorant. As best esports game went to Valorant. It's beating out Rocket League, League of Legends, Dota 2, and Counter Strike. Innovation and accessibility. God of War Ragnarok. I guess they have a lot of tools that they use to make sure it's accessible. So God of War Ragnarok,
which makes sense because Last of Us was the last one that
Last of Us that won that,
and they just don't continue building on that.
Funny enough, Last of Us Part 1, the remake, was in there as well, but they got beat out. Best TV adaptation, and this was an interesting one. Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Uncharted, and then Arcane League of Legends. Arcane League of Legends ended up winning, but I was more impacted by Cyberpunk, but Arcane was the much better quality show, in my opinion. Just because of like storyline and where it can go and the whole thing that happened. Like the production on Arcane League of Legends was way overly more produced than Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Edge Runners just was like impactful in a different way.
I saw a lot of people
I don't know why that was up there. Uncharted the movie.
It shouldn't be included in there.
Yeah, that wasn't a good movie.
Cyberpunk was really good. Edge Runners, but I think it took a lot of stuff directly from the game and put in a interesting short, TV show and told a good story. But like you said, Arcane overall it was firing on all cylinders, animation, combat, story, and all of that stuff. I will say they put a lot of brand new stuff in there that wasn't necessarily from the game, but they did it so well that it doesn't.
And you can see 3 of those were Netflix shows: Cyberpunk, Arcane, and Cuphead. Like Netflix is they picking up the right stuff. That's for sure. The other ones were movies, so for sure, the adaptions are being housed at the Netflix, which is interesting. Content creator of the year, they did not add my boy Kai Cenat, but it's Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nebelian, Nobrew, and QT Cinderella. But I think this is all based around gamers, content creators of the year. Ludwig won. Don't know who that is either. A lot of these things, like I said, I really wish they would have had either some pictures, something that kind of showed what they play, because this is where they are supposed to be recognized, and I feel like it was just not that for them. And I know it's gonna make the show longer, and with speeches like Christopher Judge's. I understand him like to want to cut the time back, but because it's already a long show anyway. But I don't know these people, and I really wish that they would give them the shine like they should supposed to have, so that way people
they can at least include a picture of all the nominees.
Something, or like what they normally play. Like they could say Ludwig normally plays this and that, and like main game, something like that, so that way if people are interested in watching their content in the future, they can know what they kind of are doing, but maybe they don't want to box them in and put them in a box or whatever. All right, Jalen, first one for you. Most anticipated game. We got Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Which one you think got it? You said what?
I said it's probably going to be, I'm going to say between Final Fantasy and Zelda.
Okay. Well, the people have chosen, and it was Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, to me, honestly,
That's the first guess.
It's still. I mean, that falls right into the category. I mean, I like Final Fantasy 16. I'm interested in, but I'm not more interested in Zelda. I just don't want to play that game on that console, to be honest. But
Not for real.
It's gonna have to happen. This one shocked me a little bit. Best multiplayer, Jalen. They got the multiverses in there. We ain't played in a minute. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Overwatch 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, and Splatoon 3. Which one do you think won?
They got Fortnite. I'm thinking Modern Warfare.
Splatoon 3.
For real?
Yes, bro. I would think
people be playing that game,
dude. Yes, this is a big seller in other countries, not our country, but it is a big seller. I just didn't think. I was like, first off, they still got issues with the net code. They still got issues.
You can't party up.
Yeah, you can't. You can like it's on Nintendo's console, so it comes with everything on that. I was super surprised, but the masses have spoken. Splatoon 3, best multiplayer. I would have definitely easily given it to Overwatch 2. Out of all the rest of them, but yeah, Splatoon 3.
I think I'm not going to downgrade Splatoon, but I think a lot of those games on the list had problems. Like Overwatch 2 had a terrible launch, and that was right before they started voting and stuff for the Game Awards. So
yeah,
I think Overwatch and Splatoon was just one of those games without
any real
the
hiccups.
least negative. Yeah, it ran well. People played it. People like it. And, yeah.
Okay, I mean that's agreeable. I can see that, but yeah. Best sports game end up going to Gran Turismo 7. I don't see how. That game was really not good, but the other stuff that was in it was like FIFA, NBA 2K, F122, and Ali World, which is just a skateboard game. So this is not a good category in a sense anyway, because Horizon 5 was last year. There was nothing that really was competing. They could have put Need for Speed Unbound in here. I would have liked that a lot more than any of these games. Like Ali World was cool, but they could have probably put Need for Speed Unbound. Like, get out of here. Best sim or strategy game: Doom, Spice Wars, Mario Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Total Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3. Mario ended up winning. I think that's just off recognition alone. I don't know none of these games. I don't play Sims.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sims are hard, in my opinion, like to categorize and like really a good one. And I think the people that really should be discussing these or like having like real opinions on them are people that actually play the strategy games. To me, for Mario Rabbids, Sparks of Hope to win tells me that it was more of feels like a more popularity contest. I mean, because maybe it was really good. I know Ubisoft be doing their thing with them games, but it's a clone of these games that came before. So I wouldn't think Doom Spice Wars would win though. Best Family went to Kirby and the Forgotten Land, beating out Splatoon 3, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which people really loved. That was surprising to me. Kirby beat it, but Kirby's a good game. Best Fighting Game, Jalen. DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, never heard of it. King of Fighters. What is that? XV. What is that? 15? Yeah, 15. And Sifu and Multiverses. Which one got it?
I feel like I want to say Multiverse because of the exposure that it had, but I think what's that game you said? King of Fighters 15. I feel like that would probably be like
Multiverses.
Yeah, I figure it'd probably be like I feel like King of Fighters is a little bit more niche and like people not just gonna be playing it, but clearly they've been around for a long time and.
Yeah, King of Fighters has been around for a very long time. I'm not sure how well received what King of Fighters was, but King of Fighters has been around for like so long. It's like ridiculous.
Ain't that where Terry from?
Yeah.
Yeah. You talking about the ball cap guy with the red hat jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you're from. All right, best role-playing game. We got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Triangle Strategy from Square Enix, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Live. I don't know what that is. I think it's on Nintendo. And Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
As soon as I said I knew it, I'm like, bruh, all these other games don't compare. So sorry. Best action adventure: A Plague Tales, Requiem, God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, or Tunic.
God of War.
Man, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not thinking that these are predictable, because I definitely think they're predictable. All right, best action: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, or Bayonetta 3.
I don't know. Bayonetta 3? Nah. Say it again. Which ones?
So we got Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge.
Modern Warfare 2.
Bayonetta 3 with all its problems
It
and
was?
all. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Bayonetta 3.
that I don't know how that one won because the reception for people who like those games is super negative. Like this is the worst Bayonetta that's came out. And
Game
I think
recognition.
Sifu was a really good game, and
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything bad about Sifu. And the action seems really good. So I don't know how that lost.
Me
I
neither.
mean, it's popularity.
Yeah.
But is Bayonetta even popular? But I guess.
Yeah. Bayonetta is not popular in the sense of like normalcy. It's like popular for a niche crowd, and that's the Devil May Cry crowd, and they don't even have the share of a Devil May Cry game. So, yeah, I don't know. Best VR, I'm not even gonna have you work on that one. Moss Book 2 won. I was thinking Among Us was gonna win because that's like a very popular VR game now, but maybe not. Best mobile game was Marvel Snap. Don't really care about that. Best community support, and this is a bunch of like ongoing games: Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Destiny 2, Fortnite, or No Man's Sky. Pretty sure you heard of all those games. Which one you think had the best community support?
I say either one of. I don't know. I kind of want to say like No Man's Sky, but I know that game was like trash. But I don't know if they.
The community
if
has
they,
rallied behind it, but
that's what I'm saying. I remember hearing stuff about that, but I just don't know how much is it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Overwatch 2.
I didn't say Overwatch.
Hell
I
no.
said Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and then No Man's Sky.
I mean, I'd probably say Fortnite then.
Nah, it's Final Fantasy 14. You know that game too big for all that. You know, you can't even buy a house in that game. You know, servers ain't big enough. Final Fantasy.
They had to take the game off sale for a month because too many people were buying it.
Too many people were playing it. Oh man,
yeah,
he missed all that news. He missed all that. Yeah, bro, that game is big. That's how like if you can't sell somebody something because your server is too small, the game is big. Like that is what it is.
Know that happened.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Best debut indie was Stray with the cat game. I never played it. I would have thought it would have went to Neon White or Vampire Survivors because those games are wildly more popular than Stray, but Stray won. So best debut indie, Stray won, and then best indie overall went to Stray as well. I don't see that game being that fun.
Neon White, people said its story is not good. It's like super like cringe anime stuff. So if you don't like that, I guess Stray.
But the gameplay is great. I get what you're saying though. Like the overall package should be like, yeah, I get you. I didn't finish it yet, but what I played, I really enjoyed it. Best ongoing game. Now that you know all you know. Final Fantasy 14, Destiny 2, Apex Legends, Fortnite, or Genshin Impact. honestly.
Yeah, I'm Genshin Impact, not just fine. Nah,
Yeah,
for real,
that's
this
what
part off, man.
that was my initial thought because that game is popular too. But
The
they
weed,
already won one, but Final Fantasy 14 took this one as well. I was thinking Genshin
yeah,
Impact. Um, and then we had Games for Impact. I think these is more like I'm not sure if this is the LGBTQ category, but it's As Dusk Falls won that one. Best performance, which is individual characters. We had, Kratos from God of War. We had Plague Tale Requiem. We had Horizon Forbidden West. We had Immortality, which is a game that I really kept seeing, but I had no idea about. I wanted to go look it up. And then we had another God of War with the son, Atreus. Obviously, Christopher Judge won that. That was the guy, Kratos. But I don't know. I like Kratos' performance. Kratos was saying some banger of lines. Like he just was with some quotables, bro. He was dropping like he was a rapper. Yeah, a lot of quotables. And he talked a lot more in this game because of his reflection and reflecting on life and everything. So it was really good. I definitely think I agree that he should have won. Best audio design, not gonna have you do that one. It went to God of War Ragnarok, beating out Elden Ring and Horizon. Best score in music went to God of War Ragnarok, beating out Elden Ring, Xenoblade, and Plague Tales. Best art direction. This is an interesting one. We have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon, Scorn, that game that's real creepy. That's on the Xbox, and then Stray with the cat. Best art direction.
man. I'm gonna say the straight one.
Nah, gee, it was Elden Ring still. Elden Ring had the best art direction. Based off of
You had
what
no
they think.
favorite Bloodborne characters.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's all you need, baby. No,
Bloodborne
but
Souls, Dark
Elden Ring
3.
deserved best art direction simply because of like some of the some of the
It had a lot of
arenas you in.
interesting, areas.
So the
Other than
arenas you
just
are
like looking
in.
good.
Yeah, like it was so much. It was so cool. Like I really think you should play the game, but you got it. As long as you got it, maybe you'll play it at some point.
Man, I'm a From Software fan. Or we talking about that other
Yeah,
day.
we tried to say that. He's like, man, don't put me with that fan, man. Just say I play some games. I was like, all right, man. Best
Yeah,
narrative. Okay, the last big three. Best narrative. Plague Tales, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, or Immortality.
I say based off what you have said, the God of War.
Absolutely, God of War won that. Best game direction. Best game direction. I don't even know if that. I'm assuming that's more so to the director of the game direction. But Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, or Stray.
How do I say those again?
Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, or Immortality, or Stray.
Elden Ring.
Yes, sir. And then last but not least, Game of the Year. A Plague Tale, Requiem,
Sonic Frontiers, bro. I don't even need to
Elden
hear
Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, or Xenoblade 3.
I already said what I said, bro. Ask me no further questions.
Sonic
No.
Frontiers.
Act like I voted the same. I'm gonna make Sonic Frontiers Game of the Year. They talking
Hey,
about.
that dude when he announced the game of the community, I forget what it's called, the actual one. He said because Sonic Frontiers was winning, beating out Elden Ring, God of War, and everything. He said after
For
we
real?
took out all the bot votes, it was I forget what game it was, but
Genshin Impact.
yeah, Genshin Impact, yeah, because somebody was hacking Sonic Frontiers at the top. But yeah,
Right where it's gonna be.
which one you think won Game of the Year, man? It's really
Nah,
between
it's
God of War and
Elden
Elden
Ring.
Ring.
Nah, it's Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Elden
Y'all want
Ring.
to ask about Crash Tag Team Rumble?
Oh, we about to get into the game or everything announced now. We was just going through
Nah,
the game. You don't like the Rumble? You ain't like the Rumble? You ain't like it? Oh man, don't start.
I like Crash, so it don't matter what
Uh,
game he in.
Man, dude, when they had him come on stage with his ugly self, like, get your ugly self off the stage. You
Think
ain't
you
see him when he
Crash like
came
that,
out.
man?
He said, "Oh, you guys are on mute." I was like, "Bro, please get off stage." He was
Think you
worse
Crash
than a
like that?
kid that came up talking about Bill Clinton. Like, bro, get off stage.
They got arrested, didn't they?
Yeah, my man's got arrested for sure, for sure. But uh, uh,
And they said he was in backstab range
Jeff
of
Keighley look like he's gonna
Miyazaki.
blow a gasket.
He was about to try to backstab Miyazaki.
Oh my god, yeah. But there was some really cool stuff that was announced as well. A lot of cool stuff actually. So Final Fantasy 16 got their release date. It's June 22nd of 2023. That's pretty far away, but whatever. We got plenty of games in the meantime. But yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is for sure going to be a game of the year contender next year, in my opinion, for sure. What's your thoughts on this 2023 release date? Think that's too far, or is it just on time?
I mean, I'm not in a rush. I think there's a good time for it. They've already said like they've finished the game and they're like polishing it. So, as long as it comes out with no issues, I think that's a good time.
Which I think of
I
this
think
main
it comes
character.
out. I don't know. I mean, I don't care about the main character yet. His name Clive or something, some junk like that. It's supposed to follow his life story. He could grow on me. Like his power set looks interesting, and I think as long as he's not like boring or like annoying, I'd be okay with him. Like Noctis for me was a little too boring. Like and Cloud he starts boring and then gets interesting. So hopefully this new character can grow on me as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we need a character with some hardship, man. We don't need those rich spoiled kids like Noctis.
I do what
bro.
I want, Dad. We're not going
But
there.
Noctis ain't
We're
had no
going on an
personality,
adventure.
bro. It was weird. Like he just was like bland. Like I don't know, bro. Like him in the game was like synonymous with each other. Like
Yeah,
the game was bland, then he was bland. I'm like, this is weird.
Bro, he didn't even
he
fit
got
in the
along with all
world.
his boys.
He was like
He
ultra
ain't had
white.
no problem.
It wasn't
Even
like
though
a
the world was
problem.
like ending.
But he was
Yeah.
like super pale. The world didn't seem colorful. Well, the world seemed colorful more than him. It was like he just didn't have no color. They like zero color. Like you know how a white person's supposed to look. He didn't even look white. He just looked weird. It was like a weird shade of pale. And he just didn't fit. I didn't think he fit. Most of the characters to me just felt like I don't know. It was all over the place. I think I did beat it though. It was just I don't know. Maybe a lighting change could have helped with that guy, but most of it was me running, looking at.
He just didn't have nothing going on. Everybody else in the story was doing interesting stuff, and he was just sitting in the backseat of the car riding. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he just. I'm like, bro, what is going on in this game, bro?
Yeah. Hopefully they get it right this time and actually have him have a good story. I know that the guy that does the Final Fantasy 14 stuff is doing this one, so let's see. But that's pretty much all I have for that one. We can move on unless y'all got something else. From Software.
it looks good. But yeah, From Software.
From Software revealed Armor Core. What is this? What is this? 6?
Fires of Rubicon.
No, it's not
6.
Yeah, 6. It's 6. Why can't I read Roman numerals today? Armor Core 6. Fires of Rubicon. It just was a trailer. It wasn't really like any gameplay. I'm just super confused that From Software is really going to take a chance on making something different. Because they got a winning formula, they haven't lost yet, and I mean, I guess it don't matter if they take a L. They do too good. So,
And
You
why you
think I'm
think there's
finna get
gonna be
that
an
game?
L?
because I don't think they know how to make a game that's not Souls anymore.
I mean, they made 6 of these.
They made 6 of them, but um, it's like they made 6 of them, right? But it's been a very long time. A lot of the stuff has changed, and it's as if they're not going to use the same formula on the From Software, like on an actual Souls game on this. Would you think they'd do that? They have to mechanically
So
have to
this
make
game,
new mechanics, right?
so they made a bunch of Armored Core games. People like them. I would say they're the best like robot games. But yeah, it's not Dark Souls, and it's not like ever going to be reach the level of like God of War or something like that. But the rumors for this one is that the reason it's taking so long because they're trying to reinvent Armored Core to have more, not exactly like Dark Souls, but they're gonna take what works from the Dark Souls formula and see how it fits in Armored Core. So the old games were just super fast and super arcadey, shooting a bunch of missiles. This might be a little slower, more difficult, something like that, to fit in what they find works in the Dark Souls stuff. I don't know what that means. We got to see the game. They didn't actually show the game; they showed the trailer. But if they do make it work, it may be interesting. Maybe they can get the Bloodborne people to like this as well. But we'll see. Um, all I know is Patches is going to be in the game because he has been in all their games.
Patches.
He was in Armored Core as well. Yeah, Patches, the dude that always sneak up on
stealing
them.
stuff. Yeah, and then you could have killed them and all that stuff. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Well, we'll see. I never played or seen like anything from Armored Core, so I might have to do a deep dive to kind of talk about it next time, or maybe when we get more information. But
Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, because like the old games, just real quick, are like mission based. Just like, you pick mission 1, go in here, blow up the base. Pick mission 2, go in here and do this. Kind of like how Metal Gear Solid 5 did it. I don't think that works anymore. I don't think people like that type of stuff. Hopefully, they can find a way
We
to
don't.
make it. Do you play mission based games? Like, even
I
Sonic
have
is not
before.
mission based, but
No, I'm
like,
saying like I have before, like older games like PS2. Like I feel like that formula
well,
is
that's what I
outdated.
mean. Like, that's an older game, like design, and I don't know if people like that because then you'll feel like the game's not connected. You did mission 1, and then you did mission 2 and did mission 3. Like, it's not. I don't know. Like the story gets broken up, the levels get broken up. Like, you're in the desert one area, mission 2, you're in the ice area. Like, all I'm trying to say is I'm wondering if they're going to find a way to make it more cohesive, because I think that will land better with audiences versus just having, go in here and do missions. I don't know. Maybe is it works better with missions and stuff, so you can just keep replaying them and unlocking more weapons and stuff like that. But we'll see.
okay. Yeah. I think the same. I think that they have to change the formula a lot. And well, like I said, I don't even know the formula. So let me stop saying that formula a lot. I just know what old games used to play like. They have to bring it to the new age. So as long as they can do that and do it in the right way, it
Just
works.
think of it like a old racing game, like where you pick missions, and then they changed it into Forza Horizon, where it's a big open world where everything is connected. Like, can they actually take this old formula and make it
So
into
like
like a
Metal Gear
modern?
Solid,
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising versus like Metal Gear Rising versus like Devil May Cry, but Devil May Cry is not like all tied together either. I don't know. Those mission based games still exist.
Well, I mean, At least Devil May Cry, like you finish the mission and it automatically puts you in the next one. Like Armored Core, like literally puts you back in the main menu and it's time
Oh,
for you to
you
pick
pick
another.
another one.
Like you literally customize your robot in between missions. So it's just like a racing game where you do a race,
Yeah.
you get some money, buy a different car, customize it, go on to the next race. So like they got to find
They
a
can
way to
still
take that
Need for
formula.
Speed Unbound formula.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Risk or
Can they actually
rewards.
do that? Like
Yeah.
I don't know if From Software can do that. Like you said, it might be difficult.
Because
But
right after a race, they put you into a car chase. So sometimes they put you into a cop chase. You got to get away from the cops, and then you can go back to your. Then you can go to the next meetup, or you can go home because you got a lot of heat on you. So I mean, there is formulas out there for it to work. So risk reward type situations. They're capable of doing that. Maybe if you go back to base, you do something versus if you continue going on and you have less resources, you get better rewards or whatever. Whoever the case may be, it's a way for them to kind of make a formula. It's just that will they do it and will it be fun? Is the question. I don't have a problem playing with robots. They don't have any personality, but how do they present personality into it? But they don't really do that in their games anyway. They have a lot of people that talk to you, but you don't really talk. So they already have that going for them where people aren't expecting their characters to talk. But to do a whole 180, and really start to incorporate narrative would be interesting too. But I don't think that's going to be the case. But we'll see. Moving on, Hades 2 was announced. Did you play Hades, Jalen? I don't remember you playing Hades. I think we told you about it.
No, we told him to, but he was like, "Oh, I don't know, $25. Game Pass this, Game Pass that."
I mean, I got it on Game Pass. I mean, did I get played? I mean, probably not, but I got it.
Yeah, it was a game right up Jalen alley, but he a busy man. He got Sonic games to play. But Hades 2 looks good. It's probably one of the best roguelike games to come out. And more of that is good. I think they said it's a early access though, so it's not going to be done for another year or two.
Early access in 2023. So, but I mean, it's a good game. I enjoy the original a lot. So I'm looking forward to Hades. The character, I can't remember her name. The new person, I don't even know if it's.
I don't know if I don't know.
Because she's fighting Zeus.
All the characters.
She's not fighting Hades. She's fighting Zeus. So I'm like, is she a part of the upper realm, and then they're gonna make a middle one where it's like they all come together? Because she's fighting Zeus and all of his minions. Whereas maybe the people in hell are going to be trying to give her, because remember when the elves or all of the angels used to come down and help us, right? And then maybe all the people from hell gonna try to come and help her to kill Zeus. I think that's how it works. That's what I got from the trailer, because they were talking about Zeus locked up and he was all like broken and down and whatever. But maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that is what I saw. But overall, looking fun, looking interesting. It's a 2-minute and 12-second trailer. You guys want to check it out? Hades 2. Judas is from the creators of BioShock. We got some space vibes. You got some firing hands. You got some power ups. You got some weapon kills, guns. Judas looks like BioShock. And I just hope its identity doesn't lie there, where it's just like, oh, it's a BioShock clone, because it actually does look interesting, in a lot of different ways. But sometimes it's just like, people just sum it up to be a BioShock clone. Like same thing with Atomic Heart. They do a lot of stuff different to make it feel like it's a BioShock game, but it's its own thing. I think Judas has the characters and the budget looks like to go the opposite way, because it looks very expensive. As in, like,
Yeah.
they put production and money behind animation, style, character development, and like all that stuff. Like they actually look like they did something here. So we'll see. I thought it looked cool though. I know you said you're not interested in the Bioshock sphere, Josh, or were you? Did you? I don't know if you said that or not, but Judas, you.
I've played like games in that genre, but I've never actually played through the Bioshock games. Like I know their story and stuff like that, but I didn't play them. So I know these. This is like the original creator of Bioshock in his new studio. It looks interesting. I just got maybe it's the story that will hook me in. But we'll see.
Yeah. Next thing we had up was Death Stranding 2. These games don't look like they're coming out anytime soon, of course, but Death Stranding 2 was announced. It had like it had its trailer, and yeah, Death Stranding 2.
And he added a Metal Gear to the game.
Did he? Was that a Metal Gear?
I mean, basically, it looked like Metal Gear from Peace Walker, and it was even singing like the thing from Peace Walker. So
I never like remember, or maybe I never got to the point where I've seen all of the freaking like Metal Gears. Like honestly, like all my memories of Metal Gear Solid and stuff are like me running around as Snake and hiding in boxes. And never really fighting. Like I fought like big like bosses, but they were like far in between that I don't remember them. And the only thing I remember is like those iconic moments of like looking at the it was like some picture, or it was like a poster, a woman poster, and then like
in the lockers.
Yeah, and the Shadow Man, and really hiding in boxes and rations. That's all I remember. So it's hard to when you mention that stuff, because I didn't play it. I guess I didn't play it when I was old enough to remember, or maybe I just got bad memory. But
yeah, I mean, you don't mostly see the Metal Gears until the middle of the game, and you don't fight them until the end. So it's like you're trying to like prevent them from even existing, and then you fail and you gotta fight them. So
yeah.
But yeah, he's taking his ideas and mixing them together. I don't know the story of Death Stranding. I didn't play the first one. I might some point get around to it, but this, was more crazy story. Got squid babies and
bruh, the story didn't make sense the first time, so it's not like it's gonna help you. It's not like it's gonna help you because I don't even know. I mean, and I it's not like I remembered it because it wasn't memorable. Like some of the cutscenes were intense and like they had like good acting, but honestly, you don't know what you're doing, and like it's more meant for you to confuse and question like what someone is doing and how we move through life, and question like their reality and how they got there versus anything. It's not like as if you need to play the first one to get what's going to be happening in the second one. I don't even know why he's older, to be honest. I don't remember him going into a bunker and hiding away. I don't remember him doing any of that. I don't remember it being a protocol where the world got flooded, because that when you saw the world, it was all flooded and stuff. It had all that dark mask everywhere. That's the stuff that you kind of want to avoid, and it can happen when you like the world is become subdued and like this. That's when you got the rain that come. Anyways, it doesn't make any sense. Honestly, like I would have to go watch a breakdown before I play this game, and that'd be fine enough. Because honestly, if you played it, you would probably remember more than I now. But it's not like it's gonna tie it all together for you anyway. You gotta go read.
I mean, I haven't played it yet because people say you gotta read through or like listen to all the extra audio logs and stuff, right, of like people explaining their motivations to even understand the story. And I just don't have time for it yet. It could be interesting, but yeah, I ain't got time. And I will say he did say he rewrote the entire story for the second game because of the pandemic. So maybe it'll be less depressing. Because I guess the first game, it came out before the pandemic, but the game was about like isolation and not being able to meet people and stuff like that. And so, he, I guess, maybe felt bad that the world was actually like that. So maybe the next game will have a more
together tone.
less depressing story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Together tone, loneliness, not just delivering packages. You got to hit the road and never meeting anyone. Like that makes sense. Because there was only certain people, like the delivery man was the only people that you'll see and that you'll interact with. That was it. Like even if people were really close, like we were helping them move people to get to other people, and it was kind of like that was it. And
Yeah.
and that happened so far in between, it was ridiculous. So yeah, but Death Stranding 2, guys. Kojima is back. I didn't think they was gonna play. I didn't think he was gonna work with them no more because of like the whole thing that blew up about Death Stranding and how he was saying he didn't like that they published it on the PC. Honestly, I thought it was over with. But
is it still the same publisher?
I don't know.
505?
That's a good question, honestly. But anywho's, Idris Elba is in Cyberpunk. Idris Elba is just a great actor, and so I'm just happy to see where they bring with the narrative. I hope they ain't spend the budget on just securing Idris. I hope they really put some time and care into the story and everything that's happening, and really take you through some big moments. And it's cool, and not just have Idris Elba talking to you all the time. But outside of that, I trust them. They make great stories. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't make a great story here. But I mean, your luck can run out, so it's possible.
Just want to see a good story, and they've been saying they've been working on extra like mechanics and stuff. So hopefully it comes with like big mechanic changes. But I'll play it when it comes out.
Big overhaul before already, like when they did like that big update for the Xbox Series S and stuff.
Well, yeah, they did. But they said that they're doing
even more
car combat. They're redoing melee. Like completely redoing the melee system, and all the other stuff that they've been working on for a long time that they couldn't do in smaller updates.
Yeah,
are supposed to come with the expansion.
Gotcha. Yeah. Definitely the best time to play that game is gonna be when it's
next gen only.
Yeah, it's next gen only. So unfortunately, fortunately, they're not gonna have to deal with like some crazy press, but it was rightfully earned. They did it themselves, so they can't blame nobody but themselves. But I'm glad to see them bouncing back, especially after Edge Runner. People, it's in a better light, and now that people can actually play it and really see the vision of it, but not just tease dancing. You can tell that it's a good game, and hopefully with this, it's gonna just put it back into that recognition that they're known for being great. And then they got the DLC, a free update for Witcher coming around the corner. So Cyberpunk and the CD Projekt Red are doing a thing. Hopefully they continue, but I'm looking forward to playing it and seeing where they go from here. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was one of the bigger ones that was shown off. My mans don't look so bad no more in character wise, because they upgraded the face software. Because man, oh man, I was like, bro, you don't even look like you belong in this world. He just looked it weird, but now he looks like more grounded. He has a lot more depth in his face, and shadows are properly being shown off, and he has a beard now. I don't know if that helped, but at least it gives him more of a contrast in the face, because he was a very pale individual in life, but he was like, it made him worse in the game. So it looks good now. A lot more details. Like you're gonna do a lot. You're gonna be, riding on I don't know what that animal was, to be honest. But the thing about this game is Star Wars Jedi Survivor is good regardless of it had Star Wars or not. So I'm glad they can play around with Star Wars world, but the game overall was still fun by itself. Did you end up beating Jedi Fallen Order, Jalen, for Star Wars? Or no? You ain't beat that either? I thought you beat that.
No, I was playing it a lot. I said I'm gonna go back to it, and I just never really got back to it. But no, I was playing it. Like I think the last time I played it was probably like I want to say last month, probably like the end of October. Before I had what that cruise or I think Overwatch that came out. So.
Yeah, once you drop something and try to go back to it, sometimes it's hard to remember what you were doing, how to play it, and it's kind of hard to like get back into it. I absolutely feel your pain on that one, but yeah, I think it's still good enough for you to finish for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it, honestly. Like, and I felt like the game provided like a decent challenge. I feel like I was just playing with a third person action adventure fighting games.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to be strategic. Like it had a Dark Souls feel to it, like time blocks and you know, just how you approach enemies and stuff like that. Because there's a couple of times I was getting clapped and I'm just looking like, bro, like, you know, you ain't just super agile and can fly around everywhere to get away from attacks. Like you got to time your dodges and, you know, different things like that. So I was enjoying the game, and I did see that they was coming out with like a sequel or whatever. So I was like, I need to finish Fallen Jedi.
So this one comes out March 17th, 2023. So it's right around the corner. And yeah, I mean, I'm very interested. I don't like paying $74 for games, but that's like very
74.
It's $69.99, 74 with my taxes.
Oh, you talking about tax? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah. Don't like playing that much, but I might play for that one. Depending. I don't want to buy no digital games right now because I need to get the money back out of these games because it's just too expensive. It's too expensive at this point. But I want to play this game. And I'm looking forward to playing it. I think it's going to be cool. And I'm interested in seeing where his story goes anyway. So interesting enough. Diablo 4 comes June 2023. June is looking packed. We got some Final Fantasy. We're going to have Diablo. June 6th is Diablo's entry day. So we got to get on that. But not only is Diablo, it's also Street Fighter coming out in June, bro. Somebody got to move their date. June 2nd, 2023.
Zelda come out in May. So that's a busy summer.
No, that's gonna be some heat. So that's gonna be some heat summer. Diablo 4 just has risen to the top for me with all of this, the trailers and the world building they're doing, and the early impressions everyone's talking about. You know, I love me some loot and shoot. I love me my looters. I love the loot. Go back in and loot some more, but it's not shooting, of course. But these are my favorite type of genre games. They take a lot of time sometimes, but these are my favorite genre games, and it feels like this one is coming back home to in the right ways. So I'm really looking forward to Diablo 4 now, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. A lot of the side missions they were talking about, side quests, were interesting to see, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. Street Fighter 6 too. That's gonna be some busy. Them pockets gonna be hurting in June. I gotta save up. Street Fighter 6 comes out, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy it day one, man. I cannot justify spending $70 on a fighter game. Not no more. Nah, bro. Y'all got $50. 50. Take it or leave it. But I'm not gonna, downplay the amount of changes that had to be made, the engine updates, I don't want to downplay what they have to do. It's just that it is $75 a game, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a lot of time in it unless you really online fighting people, and that's always the problem with fighting games. It gotta be the main game you're playing every day.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad come out May 26, 2023. So you got Suicide Squad, you got
They got to move
Zelda.
that one.
Bro, if they don't move this, I don't want this to flop, but it's Rocksteady. They think that the people that play Zelda ain't playing this. I'm like, bro, these are the exact same crowd. I'm telling you. It's the exact same crowd. You have to move it. If you don't move it, you're going to get
Yeah, I don't care if it's not the
by
same
Zelda.
crowd. Don't put your game out the
With
same time as
Zelda.
Zelda.
No.
And then the games coming out right after are also big. So
Yeah, bro.
it's probably better off to be like September or something.
Yeah, bro. It's spooky out there for these time frames. Some of these might get pushed away. But it's spooky out there, G. There's a lot
Resident
of good
Evil,
games.
Street Fighter. Yeah, you gotta move that.
Yeah, you gotta move it. I'm still gonna buy it, but it's gonna be hard to justify, like I said, buying all these games. March 17th, I probably would have beaten Star Wars, so probably be returning that to get something else. But it's like, yeah, it's a lot. Taken 8. I don't know if that one had like a date. I don't think it did. But Tekken is gonna be Tekken. I mean, I never was a big fan of Tekken. I was always a bigger fan of Street Fighter. I think Tekken is not gonna come out until 2024, which is a smart move because you don't want the. But they more so should be worried about Injustice. For real. Or I don't think Mortal Kombat. No, it's gonna be Injustice next. So Injustice, whenever that one's come out, they might want to be worried about that. But Tekken 8 sits in its own realm. So at some time, to an extent. So we'll see on that. But my game is getting some DLC. Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC is coming exclusively for the PS5. It is not coming.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's not coming to the PS4, which is very interesting. But it will be on April 19th, 2023. So, I already bought that game digitally. I have. That was the first game of the year. I said, I got to get this one digital. I'm not taking it back. I still own I still own Zero Dawn. I was like, oh, why would I do that to myself? I still own this one. So yeah, I ended up buying it. I really like this game, but it just came out. I really think it should have won like some awards, but it didn't win nothing. I at least game direction or I wouldn't say art direction because I mean to build this world, they already kind of built it last time. And they to expand on that is really cool, but they are really like in this rustic. They don't really have the ability to really show these beautiful venues, these beautiful scenic scenes, and it's like everything has already been destroyed and vines are all over it. So I get why they wouldn't have won art direction, but maybe game direction, maybe, but that's tough. They should have won something. That's all I'm trying to get at. But Burning Shores is coming out April 19th. I'm going to be playing that, so I'm excited for that. Crash Team Rumble, this Jalen favorite, 4v4 multiplayer game coming in 2023. They fighting for fruit. That's all I know.
Huh?
That's it. You seen anything about it, Jalen? You seen your boys?
I've seen a little bit about it, but I mean, I don't like them Crash games that don't be
Crash
like the regular like platformer. I think the only one that I like or one that was okay was probably Crash Team Racing and Crash Bash, but Crash Bash was kind of trash too. But I was a kid, so but that game I don't even understand what that game is supposed to be doing. Like I don't know if you're going to do like a platformer or like like it's 4v4. Like I don't know, man. So
yeah.
I can't even fathom what that game trying to do. So, but yeah.
Well, moving on because I ain't got much else to say. It's Crash 4v4. Let's see. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 gameplay was revealed for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC in 2023. I've always been intrigued by Warhammer games, but never gave them a try. But Warhammer coming out soon. That's a big one. We got Celeste Creators' next game called Earthblade. I don't know much about this. Maybe Josh, you do, but it's coming out in 2024. I don't play.
No, I heard Celeste was a really good platformer, had an interesting story, but this one they just add in like it's more combat focused. So I still think the story is going to be the big draw, but if they can make the combat fun too, that's good.
Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon was announced. Basically, this is a platformer, sort of strategy game.
It's a platformer, and yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it's platformer strategy, and you kind of can summon monsters and use those to attack, but you're not really attacking yourself. This is still on the Switch, so I don't care. But I mean, it seemed. I mean, Bayonetta was. I never played Bayonetta for the story, so this is more about her story, how she became a witch and everything. And if the combat isn't the greatest, and if the gameplay isn't the greatest and isn't fun, I really don't see this doing well. But it could be fun. It don't seem fun from the trailers. It seemed very slow, and more story driven. But it could be interesting too. Who knows? But again, because it's on the Switch, I already know it's gonna run like crap, or at least going to look like crap. And I don't really have the patience no more for games that are not published by Nintendo, or not published, but created and then published by Nintendo. Like, I feel like they the only ones that know how to work this engine at this point, and everybody else is like falling to the wayside because of their lock to it. Hellboy is getting a stylish video game adaptation. It looked really bad to me, but people seem to enjoy it. So it's like a roguelite action adventure with an original story. People seem to be really intrigued by it. But that's all I got. Crime Boss seems like some GTA-esque game, but it's a stealth action first-person shooter that tasks players with becoming the leader of a criminal underworld in a fictional version of the 90s in Florida. It has a lot of big actors in it, and that is the game. I don't know much else about it, but it could be intriguing. It has the list of people are Michael Madsen, Chuck Norris, Danny Glover, Kim Basinger, Danny Trejo, and Vanilla Ice. So I don't see how this game could be fun, to be honest. But if it is fun, that'd be great. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think they even showed any gameplay, did they? I think it was more so.
It was really like choppy in like the background of them showing the actors. It just looked. I mean, from what I've seen, looks like a generic first person stealth game. But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't want to write it off like that, but it didn't seem like it was going to be. It seemed like the biggest draw was the actors and not the gameplay, to be honest. Lords of the Fallen first gameplay revealed for the Souls-like reboot.
The Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah, the Lords of the Fallen.
Sleepy Souls.
Yeah, I don't really care to play this game, but
I don't care to play it. But I do think their art style and like monster design is a little bit more interesting than what they have before. So, I don't know what the gameplay is like, but if they can make it an interesting world, I think it might find an audience. It's just last time it was, big generic dude, a hammer and fighting generic knights. Now it looked like they had, they kind of looked like Dementors, was them things from Harry Potter, like the ghost things flying around and, just weird enemies. So, the trade didn't look bad, but I would have to play a demo, I guess, to actually feel if it's an improvement.
Yeah.
Because like Dark Souls clones have gotten better. Like I enjoyed most of Mortal Shell. It like the
Right.
ending, like the second half of the game is not that good, but the first half is good. So I think Dark Souls clones are getting better. So I might try it once.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Um, yeah, I still don't have it. You know me. I mean, I don't like the Souls games. I like From Software, but I do. That means I like Souls games. So, uh, but it's really hard for me to muster up the strength and the attention span to play them. But then when I do play them, I like them. It's like this whole never ending battle. I cannot give my time to, unless it's on Game Pass. I'll try it, but I'm not paying no money for it. Last of Us Part 1 PC release date was set for March. Don't mighty care. Returnal announced for PC, which Josh was you looking forward to. Early 2023. It's gonna be there. If you want to play it, pull your hair out. I mean, people loved it. I did not. Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know what this is, but seems like people are highly anticipating it, and it's been in early access for 2 years, so don't really care. For spoken demo, I played a little bit of it. Combat's okay. Person that talks to you is annoying. I don't really want to deal with him all the time, but we'll see. I don't think I'm spending money on that game, but we'll see. Transformers Reactive. It's an online action game developed by Splash Damage. I mean, cut me off if you guys want to talk about them, but I'm just running through them at this point. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden announced. This is the one where I think Josh said looks like garbage. I was like, I mean, the story looked intriguing enough. I mean, you're dealing with a ghost and you're dealing with a person. Maybe she could do special stuff and they together, but he alone and he don't really realize it. Or at least he's like fading in and out of this reality. But Josh called it mid, so we're gonna stick with that. It might be interesting enough, but they didn't want to show combat, so that's a little worrying. I don't know about the single player Magic first person shooter Immortals from of AVM revealed. It was by Ascendant Studios. These are the group of devs that previously worked on Dead Space, Halo, and BioShock. They didn't show any gameplay. It was all just simply CGI, so I don't really get much of a feel for it, but it's another single player Magic shooter. And then we have Gearbox announces Remnant 2 for 2023. Don't know when they're going to release it, but it's going to be on a PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. So it is not going to be cross-gen. And it seemed intriguing. It seemed like they had really updated the camera work. They updated, because I was like, dang, this is like a different game. But then it had sections where it reminded me of Remnant, like the vines coming out the trees, the vines coming out the world or whatever. So they at least upgraded the camera, the visuals, the boss fights, the like the impactfulness of it. Like I don't know if it's still, what they call that, Josh? Generated. It's
randomly generated or procedural?
Yeah, randomly generated. Sorry, yeah, randomly generated world, or if it's like actually set pieces. But for what I was looking at, it seemed interesting enough. But we have Remnant of Ashes. We haven't played it that much. It is like the Dark Souls online game, and we don't really care for it. So I don't know how much of a share it's going to pull back for us. But yeah, it's been announced. Blue Protocol, another generic Amazon JRPG with anime.
Bandai Namco, yeah.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be their like Genshin Impact. Like I don't know if it's gonna be like a loot box game like Genshin Impact, but they're putting a lot of money into it to try to get the anime crowd.
Yes. We'll see. Then we had Surreal After Us announced at the Game Awards. We can skip that unless somebody want to talk about it. Replaced new trailer came out. Replaced is the retro futuristic platformer that had like a trailer when it first was revealed, it looked cooler. We got a little bit more gameplay. Still looks cool, but not as cool as I was thinking. But I like this like style they're using, where it's like 3D mixed with 2D art, pixelated art, and I think it looks really cool. So that was something I was really intrigued by. I don't think it set a date or anything like that. I think it just showed more of the game. So if you want to check that out, it's called Replaced. And it's a really cool looking side scroller game. Vampire Survivors is now on mobile, but they kept talking about Game Pass, but it's not on Game Pass, and it has no plans to come to Game Pass. At least that's what the developer said. So a lot of interesting stuff there, but it is coming to iOS and Android. Then we had Dead Cells, which is the Return to Castlevania DLC, where you're actually going to play and fight Dracula. I thought that was really cool, Josh. What you think?
Yeah, I'm surprised because Konami doesn't. I don't think they have really. Well, they're doing Silent Hill, but they haven't had like really good relationship with other developers. So it's cool that they are just giving them a bunch of Castlevania IP stuff for them to do whatever they want in their own game, which is cool. I didn't play Dead Cells. What I hear is like super random. They generate it, and I don't know if I will like that. But it's still interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. And we got Valiant Hearts that's now coming to mobile through Netflix. Colossal Cave. We got Wild Hearts gameplay trailer. We got raids for Call of Duty coming out, which is hilarious. They got DLC for Fire Emblem. We had the Dune Awaken in-engine trailer. Didn't really show much, but it was cool. Destiny had a really nice Lightfall gameplay trailer if you want to check that out. Among Us has a new mode called Hide and Seek. They did more of Call of the Mountain gameplay trailer, and that's pretty much most of it. I didn't want to rush it, but we are like at an hour and 46, so it's been a long time. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what's happening at the Game Awards. It was a lot, to say the least. I mean, I know people were saying like it was mid. I thought it was like an 8 out of 10. I think you can't really give it a 10 out of 10 because it's just the standard Game Awards cringe. But at least overall, I think most of it was perfect, as in like pacing and actually showing stuff people were interested in. I think they did a really good job on that. So, and it was variety. There's a lot of variety there too. So, yeah, I liked it. Game Awards were a little bit more predictable than I wanted them to be, as you could tell by Jalen being able to guess most of them. That was my experiment. Like, I wonder if he can guess them, and he could because it's predictable in a lot of senses. But sometimes they do have some upsets, like what was it called? I don't even remember now. The game that won last year, EA Original, It Takes Two. I did not think that was going to win Game of the Year, but yeah. So there's sometimes upsets or surprises.
Since we went through all that, the award show was okay. I think, like you said, they could have spent more time on the actual like winners or the nominees, just get everybody recognition. The reveals were okay. They had a lot of them, so you can't really complain about that. And there were a couple of interesting ones. Do you think the overall Game of the Year was deserved, or I guess because a lot of people are going to be upset by that.
God of War is a great game, but Elden Ring is a great game. I don't have a stake on either. To be honest, they all won something. God of War won a lot more, in my opinion. Game of the Year just kind of solidifies that this game is not only hitting the masses, but it's doing what it was doing what it's supposed to do. And I don't want to knock Elden Ring and try to compare it against God of War because they're kind of separate in the style of the game they are. Production and everything does matter. And I think not only did Elden Ring have that, but God of War had it. The level of God of War's polish was a little bit more, but if you break it down by that game to looking at the other game, I think they just are. It comes down to very small details, like really, like those games are great games. So I don't really see it being an upset. Everybody knew it was going to be either Elden Ring or God of War because those are the games, you know. And I don't think people should be upset about who won Game of the Year because God of War really won 6 other things. So
Yeah, God of War was great in a bunch of fields.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring just had legs. People
Yeah.
played it a long time, and it was best selling game for most of the year. So
yeah,
I think it earned a spot. Yeah.
absolutely. Suicide Squad, that was probably another gem of mine that was in there. And Batman Reveal, being that he was there, and the individual that died, Kevin Conroy, is unfortunately passed away. But yeah, he's gonna still be voicing Batman in this game. Rocksteady know what they're doing, bro. I mean, I trust them wholeheartedly. I'm kind of worried now about this whole release date thing. So we'll see. But that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really have much else. Want to thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to rate us, do what you do best. Get us out there to the people. Retweet it. Who knows? Might go somewhere. But I've been enjoying doing them, and I appreciate you guys listening to this far, especially if you got to this part of the show. You're the real OG. I want to thank you guys for listening as always, and we will be back next week, Monday, with another episode about some more stuff, and hopefully it doesn't include ASAP Rocky, but we'll see. You never know what he's up to. You know, Rihanna got doors she could open for plenty. So you never know what he's up to. He might be in the next Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Forspoken.
He could be in Forspoken for sure. I could easily see him being in Forspoken. That's Big Cousin. He come save her. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.